The pretty and virtuous girl Sodoma was Donkey Kong's girlfriend. Nope, I think I just said friend. That goes by so quickly. And cuts in weird places. The pretty and virtuous girl Sodoma was Donkey Kong's friend. She was the spirit what charged all of the plants in the world. She distributed sunlight, air, and water to each plant every day so they could grow up healthy and wrongly. But the Lombardo lived in the darksome corner, didn't like the darksome corner, didn't like the world full of green grass and blooming flowers, so the evil Lombardo abducted Sodoma oh man. The pretty and virtuous girl Sodoma was Donkey Kong's friend. She was the spirit what charged all of the plant in the world. She distributed sunlight, air, and water to each plant every day so that they could grow up healthy and strongly. But the Lombardo lived in the darksome corner, didn't like the darksome comer, didn't like the world full of green grass and blooming flowers, so the evil Lombardo abducted Sodoma to amist all the life from then on. The flower bloomed no longer, and the tree blasted slowly. The banana and the wild fruit the Donkey Kong loved had been lacked too. The world became desolate at once. There were no anything to eat. Donkey Kong felt very hungry, and the famine made him thinner and thinner. Finally, he became a monkey. The poor Donkey Kong can but left the forest and begun his difficult journey to search for food and save Sodoma. That's the plot to Donkey Kong 5, The Journey of Over Time and Space. How many people online don't know about this little oddity at this point? I don't actually know much of the background on this, like who really developed it, when it was released. But it's very funny. It's very enjoyable. I'd like that the text crawl speed actually slowed down for the last couple of paragraphs. I'm very thankful for that. Now, as you might imagine, Donkey Kong 5, The Journey of Over Time and Space, is a Super Mario Bros. 1 clone. Kind of a bad one, actually. Take a look at this jump. You go up, kinda, and you come down. And then if you're doing while you're moving, your horizontal speed sure doesn't seem consistent. It's also got Pokemon pinball music, which, you know, depending on the kind of person that you are, may be nice or not. I don't know. I don't know your musical tastes, but I think it's pretty nice. I enjoy the music in Pokemon Pinball. I've mentioned this. Oh, hey, I was actually still able to get that one up. That's incredible. I've mentioned this, I think, before somewhere, probably in my Mario's Picross LP, which, you know, I'm about to record for, that I have been collecting Game Boy games recently. Just for the fun of it, for the fun of having, you know, physical games that I can just slap in my cool custom Game Boy Color and play for the sake of playing. And also just to have some weird trash. Just learn about all the kinds of weird trash that's out there for the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. It's been very enjoyable. Oh, so now the screen scrolls left, huh? Maybe that was my mistake. Or maybe, no, it wasn't scrolling like that earlier when I wanted to get that power up and become, you know, a healthy Donkey Kong. I had to stay unhealthy. The game deigned it so. I've been collecting Game Boy games. So I actually just recently got Pokemon Pinball, just spur of the moment because my local game store happened to have it. And they were only charging, I think, $15 for it. All it was missing was a battery cover. You know, just the cartridge. No box or anything, which is fine. I don't need any boxes for my Game Boy games. And this track's fun. I like this track. It was a real novelty to play because I'd never played it before in my life. I'd seen it, heard of it for sure, but I never had it in my hands. My Game Boy collection was incredibly meager as a kid. All I had was Pokemon Crystal. Oh my goodness, the slowdown. Oh my goodness, the harm done to me. I had Pokemon Crystal, and I had Pokemon Yellow, and that was it. That's all that was available to me. I'm pretty sure I literally got nothing else for my Game Boy, but I did have the experience of playing other Game Boy games. My orthodontist's office, as a child, had a Game Boy just for kids to pick up and play around with, and they had a few games. So I remember Super Mario Land 2, Tetris. There were probably others, but those were the only two that I wanted to play. I really liked playing Mario Land 2 at my orthodontist's office because that's a good game, and I like myself 2D platformers, as evidenced by the fact that I'm tolerating this that's currently on screen right now. The point I was getting at was that I'm not necessarily even compensating for lack of Game Boy games as a kid with recent endeavors to pick up more Game Boy games. It's just been a fun little thing ever since I made the decision to pick up and own a custom Game Boy Color with a backlit screen, metal case, metal buttons, and it's blue. That's good. It's blue just like me. I love it. Wow. This is really bad, by the way. I hope you can tell by looking. I think it's visible. The way the screen moves. The way my character moves. Good old thin, famished Donkey Kong. He eats a meat on a bone. And he feels a lot more. Ugh! Wow, that was some real control lag. I tried to turn around as soon as the music slowed down, but I couldn't. Hey, would you look at that? I'm actually still big through this section. But these blocks aren't, Oh, this one is. Oh! You get a little jewel for invincibility. Can I crouch? Yes, but I don't think I can crouch slide. Ooh. I might be stuck here. Maybe the developers of this game also had difficulty not getting hurt in that section. Well, I'm just gonna let the timer run out while I finish my little spiel, which is that I've been enjoying picking up Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. I got Pokemon Pinball, never experienced it as a kid, so the little Rumble pack that's a part of the cartridge, for anyone who doesn't know, that's why it has space for a AA, or might be a AAA. Might be a AAA battery with battery cover, which my copy does not have the battery cover, but that's okay. And it makes little vibrations in your whole Game Boy Color, or it's regular Game Boy, if you're playing on a regular Game Boy or a Game Boy Pocket. Well, whenever you bump into any of the bumper stuff on the pinball tables, it's a cute little thing. They didn't have to do that. They really didn't. Honestly. It is a cute little detail, but I could only imagine it really bumped up the cost to manufacture those cartridges, and I'm surprised that they bothered. But it is very cool, and it is novel, and I like Pokemon Pinball now. It's a good little pinball game. I have a bunch of other stuff, some of which is worth talking about, some of which is not. Maybe that'll be another thing I do on this channel someday. Not with a capture device or anything, but I would just go and get ROMs of the stuff I actually own in person and be like, hey, here's a Game Boy game that I own and I've played a bit of and I can tell you some about because I played it some. I couldn't hardly tell you anything about this game because I don't own it IRL. And this is my first time playing it, but I have seen other people play it. It's a very funny little bootleg. I think these sprites are just taken directly from Donkey Kong Land. That would figure, right? They certainly don't match anything else in terms of the graphics in this game. Alright, I had a lot more time than I thought I did. I'm just gonna stop here.